her den. In the kitchen. Post 3 times 10. Hurricane chopper, a baby. Got weed like Sinead. Hey, throwing them like Luda. I'm older like a. I pass it like a. Excuse me. My key down here.
We come to you north of the border from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the 4th largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the 6.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. So far, so good.
Fans, if they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Lets it fly from long range. And Kyle Lowry, no one in his postal code, hits the 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. So Lowry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Batum. Oh, nice find for the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
So Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Hornets have the basketball. Taken by the Raptors.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And he buries it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Young. Here comes the screen. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. For 3, that's off the side of the rim, short. Fred VanVleet. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
And throws it down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Hornets right now in possession.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Doesn't get the bounce. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Gasol. Pascal Siakam. Beyond the arc for three. His first effort off the mark. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Lowry into the front court. His team up by 7. Pascal Siakam to VanVleet. Five seconds to shoot. Has a chance. Shot by Anunoby, no good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To VanVleet. Fires the three. Cleans it up. Gasol. Gets it at the top of the key. Gets it in the right corner. Lowry. 4-3. Well, he missed his first 3 from downtown, but he gets this one to go.
And it's called short-term memory. The good players don't have one.
Hornets at the controls of this one. To Young. Driving right to the basket. Marc Gasol swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Add 2 points to the board.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
From long range, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here's a chance from long range. It's good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Young. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
The drive, right to the basket. 3-second count. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. to Van Vliet. Lets it fly from long range. Van Vliet denied. Have to like the defense. Jumper's good.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Fred Van Vliet. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Fred Van Vliet to Gasol. Shot clock violation. New blood coming in for both sides. Charlotte basketball. And he's going to the line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Billy Hernan-Gomez. A couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 69% at the line. Misses the first. Missed the second. 0 for 2 to Alec Burks. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
1 free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Charlotte with the basketball. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. Lowry with it. Up a dozen.
Hey, double screen.
A pass stolen by the Hornets. Knocks it down off the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Team foul number 4, Toronto Raptors are at the limit. Subbing in for Charlotte, number 5, Nicholas
Batum to Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Goes to the left side. Gasol. Pascal Siakam to Alec Burks. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Going to launch beyond the arc. Cleaning the end of putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Defense, let's go.
Gasol to Stevenson. Goes to the right side. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. For 3, knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Trying to cash in. Shot by Anunoby, no good. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Pascal Siakam. Five to shoot for Toronto. To Gasol. No good. You've got to get that one to go. And he'll head to the line.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
Subbing in for the Toronto Raptors, number 25, Wesley.
Pascal Siakam. And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Miles Bridges. Pascal Siakam with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Slams it down.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Hornets have the basketball. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air. That's his 3rd block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Marc Gasol, 3 for 4. Good start. We've played a quarter here on Valentine's Day. Jay and I. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the 2nd quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
Swing coming right, swing coming right, swing coming right.
It's a big finish. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Deep right corner. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Slams it home on the putback.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
To Stevenson. Fires the 3. Won't go down.
Don't let it split, don't let it split.
Beyond the arc for 3. Well defended. Down to Young. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Stevenson. Fires the 3. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the...
Earn it now. off the mark on the first free throw. And he hits the second.
Stepping in, number 23 and number 13, Alec Burks.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Alec Burks. Deep left corner. Five to shoot for Toronto. Has a look. The shot almost.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Nothing going here on that drive. 4-3. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
From long range, it's good for three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Van Vliet. Here's a chance from long range. Fred Van Vliet locked in on that one.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Here comes the screen. And draws the foul.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Into the game for the Charlotte Hornets.
To Lowry. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest. Hornets right now in possession. Won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Lowry. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Kyle Lowry still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
Man, not again. Please, don't do him like that.
Baseline drive. Pascal Siakam pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Hornets at the controls of this one. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Pascal Siakam sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new... Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Van Vliet. Pascal Siakam. For three. Van Vliet denied. Have to like the defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Fred Van Vliet. Over to the right side. To Lowry. Fires the three. Not going down here. Has a chance. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I don't really care that Fred Van Vliet finished third in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story. That's a narrative we need to focus on.
Lowry. That's how you defend. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Beyond the arc for three. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Pascal Siakam to Van Vliet. Fires the three, and he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Lowry. Pascal Siakam, down low Gasol. To Lowry. Fred Van Vliet. To Lowry. 4-3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Toronto, number 24, subbing in for
Pascal Siakam rejects it. Fourth this contest. Toronto has the basketball. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Pascal Siakam, huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
From long range, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
To Miles Bridges. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is.
Screen right.
Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Off the mark at the line.
2 minutes remaining in the
Short jumper off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Fred VanVleet. Lowry. Tough shot. Well defended. Young to Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
Lowry to VanVleet. Lowry to VanVleet. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Great looking vision. And the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To VanVleet. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ed, did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. To Miles Bridges. Dwayne Dedman able to... Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Pascal Siakam tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Goes to the left side. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. And too much contact.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Toronto Raptors are in the penalty.
Down to Young. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Trying to cash in. Hornets have the rebound. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. That misses with a second to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in...
The Raptors didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Hornets have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse.
At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
Game track.
Defense.
The Toronto Raptors
Are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. And scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Kyle Lowry sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Young gets it in the left corner. Taken by the Raptors.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
And the rebound taken in by Young. Deep two there, won't go. To Van Vliet. Oh, he had him there for a second. Fred Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. Fred Van Vliet lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
For three, and it's Gasol with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Charlotte basketball. To Young. Batum. surveys the floor, driving right to the basket. Kyle Lowry with a piece.
That's why. Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Curling inside. Count the bucket for two.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Deep left corner. Has a look. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session, watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
To Gasol. Pascal Siakam. To Gasol. Down low. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. To Young. Marc Gasol swats it. Incredible. 6 tonight. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Five on the shot clock. Fires the three. Van Vliet denied. Have to like the defense.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Marc Gasol with the block. Make that 7.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Beyond the arc for 3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Defense, let's go.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Oh, you got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Pascal Siakam to Van Vliet. Nice pass to get things going.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Charlotte with the basketball to Young. And he'll go to the foul line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Nikola Batum at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Lowry. Fires the 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Pascal Siakam snatching it out of the air. Fred Van Vliet to Lowry. Fred Van Vliet to Lowry. finish that. To Van Vliet. 4-3. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Young. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
From long range, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Hornets have the basketball. To Nick Batum. Raptors come away with it. Here's a chance from long range. Misfires. It's no good. Inside the paint on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Young. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Thaddeus Young. He's got 2 shots coming. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Marc Gasol pins it. 8 now.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Pascal Siakam to Stevenson. Pascal Siakam to Stevenson. Shot clock winding down. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Over to the right side. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Nice pass to set things up. From the painted area, won't go down.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
It's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Hornets right now in possession. To Batum. The drive. Right to the bench. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And he hits.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Raptors have the rebound. Fred VanVleet. Nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Deep right corner, Batum. To Miles Bridges. Here comes the screen. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws.
Into the game for Toronto, number 25, Wesley.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Nice pass to set things up. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Powell to VanVleet. Shot from the lane won't go.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
To Young. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Oh, and a putback.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Stuffs it down with authority.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Knocked loose. Here comes the screen. Young. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Powell. Fred VanVleet. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Miles Bridges slams it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Gasol, working it outside. Trying to cash in, cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
Hornets at the controls of this one. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. That misses with 2 seconds to go. 3 quarters complete. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
They work it down to Gasol. Down to 5 on the 24. Down low Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's now 5 for 6.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Charlotte basketball. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
I got this plan. Let's go. I'm on D. I'm on D.
To Alec Burks. Stevenson. Goes to the left side. Curling inside. And he finishes at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't force those. Stevenson misses. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors.
Here we go. Ball.
Probing the defense. To Alec Burks. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Hand in his face. No good for Alec Burks. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Gets it in the right corner. Alec Burks. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Gasol. Whoa! What a finish! At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Marc Gasol sends it away. It's been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Charlotte, number 21, Thaddeus Young.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip.
Coming right back to you.
Powell to Gasol. Powell to Gasol. Down low to Stevenson. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. For 3, well defended, but Burks knocks it down.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Great pass to set it up. Big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Cruises inside for two.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Charlotte with the basketball to Young. Marc Gasol rejects it. Make that 11.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Fires the three. Rebound grabbed by the Hornets. Wesley Johnson. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Beyond the arc for three. And it's Williams there to secure the rebound. Driving right to the basket. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block. That's 12 now. Fires the three. Off the mark. No good to Gasol. Powell. Goes to the right side. 4-3. Pulled in by Biyombo. Young. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Gasol. Powell. From long range. Well defended, but Norman Powell answers the call.
Ed, when somebody's destroying you with the fundamentals of the game, we call that a clinic.
Hornets have the basketball. The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. To Stevenson. Gasol. And a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Won't go. He has to find better opportunities. Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Now the Hornets take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take it
to Nick Batum.
great opportunity.
Nikola Batum. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry. Man, that was a tough shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
The rebound comes down to Toronto. To Gasol. Stevenson. And count the basket inside.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Young. Lets it fly from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder...
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Batum. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Has a look. And he hits.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The drive, right to the basket. Marc Gasol tips it. How about 13?
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Lowry. Message received. Well defended. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Lowry to Stevenson. Deep right corner. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Lowry, tough shot. He hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Now a timeout from the Hornets coach as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Charlotte Hornets, number 1.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
And he misses that one free throw. Toronto with the basketball. Has a chance. And Young able to secure the rebound. Takes stock of the floor. Young. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys holding the big lead. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Kyle Lowry still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Young. That is great vision to set it up. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
My ball. Here we go. Screen right.
Lowry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
He throws it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Driving right to the basket. Here comes the screen. got it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. For three. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
To Nick Batum. He can't get past the defender. Nikola Batum. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Lowry. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
I got ball. I got ball.
Lowry, there's the toss. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Batum.
Defense, let's go.
Great feet. It up. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
Screw right, screw right, screw right.
Lowry trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, it's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more...
The Raptors put one in the win column with a solid performance.
Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using like we saw here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors. The Charlotte Hornets couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Charlotte Hornets.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Toronto Raptors. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying they supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. Still screaming free to found they coming home now. All this about my I got up now. How you real, you can't even walk through your hometown. I'm barely home now, on the road now.